Hi Emma, my name is Daphne and thank you so much for sending in your corrections to IELTspodcast.com. I'm sorry for the delay in getting these back to you. We are really busy at the moment. There's a lot of people out there doing IELTS, but I'm glad you found us and let me help you with some feedback on your essay correction. So your task 1, this is the letter, this is really nice. Now you have a letter of request, really introduction and request. So I'm writing to let you know that I am, inform you is a little bit formal here. So we want neutral to informal is the tone. I'm writing to let you know that I am the student who is going to stay with you as part of the English Homestay program, and I'm arriving soon. Something like that. Inform you is just a bit too formal. I'm so excited that I'll be staying at your home. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm so excited. That is lovely. I have some questions I'd like to ask you. Also, I wanted to update you with my arrival details. Okay, that's perfect. Just that first sentence I would sort of slightly change around. Firstly, let me introduce myself properly. Really nice. I love this. Properly is very, sounds very natural. My name's Amir from Kuwait. I live with my parents. Let's join this together a bit. And I currently live at home with my parents. We would say live at home with my parents. I would like to improve my English. Obviously, you are studying English. I'd like to improve my English because I'd like to become an English teacher in the future. Yeah, great. That's lovely. Secondly, so first, you don't have secondly. You can't have first and second like that. Secondly, since this is my first visit to the UK, I'd be grateful if you could answer a few questions. And be careful of this. I would like to ask is okay, but the language they want you to use is I'd be grateful if you could answer a few questions. Don't carry on with firstly and secondly. It's getting a bit boring. I have heard it's very expensive in the UK. Maybe you could let me know what I should budget. Budget is a useful word. Additionally, where's the nearest library to your house? As I know I'll have lots of studying to do. Okay, so tell me why each time, not just the question. Give me the question and back it up with an explanation or a reason. Okay, put finally here, not last. Finally, I arrive. You don't need the future. Just use present simple for future arrangements. I arrive on June 24th at 6 a.m. to London Heathrow. It would be fantastic if you could provide me with details of how to get to your house from the airport. Yep, that'd be lovely. Thank you for inviting me and I appreciate any suggestions you can give me. This is really super. Well done. And yours sincerely, capital letter, and your name. So very solid answer. You've done this really well. Just a little bit more in there is needed, I feel. Okay, so moving on to your task 2. This is to do with international marketing. Yes. Make sure we stick on international marketing, not international trade. So we're talking about the big giants like Apple, Nike, Zara clothes, those sort of things, McDonald's, Starbucks. What sort of influence have they had, good or bad? So there's debate on whether international marketing is beneficial for countries or not. I wouldn't go the first group, the second group. I'd go many people believe that global marketing is harmful and bad for the state concerned. Which state? The state doing the advertising or the state receiving the marketing? Clarify that maybe. Well, the second group thinks that international marketing is vital. Okay, don't repeat this. That you could say international advertising or worldwide advertising. Try not to repeat the words in the question here. Is vital to the economic and cultural growth of nations. I support the second opinion for various reasons to be developed in this essay using examples from India and Dubai. I don't know, wherever. Just a bit more there, okay, in your introduction. International marketing or advertising, and advertising, yeah, just plus, is sometimes seen as an alien invasion from one country to another. Good. That explains nicely what you mean by that bit when you talk about nation, whatever it was, state. Sorry. People who are afraid of international trade. Okay. Are not afraid of, maybe concerned by the growth in this form of advertising. Worry that this may cause an alteration in the culture and basics. Okay. Basics, culture and belief systems of a nation. Or characteristics might even be better. Characteristics. For example, the introduction of fast Western food, capital W, to some countries that were used to eating healthily has had an enormously negative impact on their health. Okay. Additionally, some countries may export products that are damaging to health, such as tobacco and alcohol. Yeah. Okay. A recent example from India showed that. I'll give you an example. It doesn't matter, we always say, it doesn't matter if you make up these examples, but make up an example. Recent thing by the Indian Ministry of Health showed that in recent years, due to the introduction of or the availability of fast food, the country's health had declined by 10%. I don't know, but it's a good example. I would suggest, depending on when you're doing your exam, have a look at the really, really good online course we do. It's called the Sentence Guide. Includes lots of essay corrections and little videos on how to get these task 2 and task 1 writings totally amazing. And we talk a lot about giving examples and then supporting your example, because this is really good, but it's not developed enough to get a really high score. Okay, so on the other hand, or others support the free trade and open market. Support free trade. You don't need the an open market between countries, as they believe these, meaning those, are beneficial for the economy. Beneficial rather than good is higher level. One country may not have enough resources to fulfill all their needs. For example, a good. If the country does not have the industrial power, it will need to import needs from another country to supply their demand. Okay, we're not really talking about power here. We're talking more about coffee and fast food and Apple computers. So stick on the idea with advertising and the damage or good things that can do. Keep referring back to the title about culture, language and ideas. We're not talking about industrial power. That's not on point here. Okay, be careful on that one. In my opinion, so keep that up there. International marketing is advantageous to global economy for many reasons. First, it can strengthen the relations between different nations. Tell me how. Yeah. And consequently promote global peace and prevent war. Okay, that's a massive statement. Tell me how. Secondly, it will ensure that the country involved in trade has its needs fulfilled. Okay, how? And create more jobs. Okay, how? Okay, be very careful. You've made some huge statements here, and you're not backing them up. You need to tell me exactly what you mean here, and then you need to link it back to the task, the question. Okay. In conclusion, although international marketing has some side effects, it's essential to the prosperity of the global market and should be considered a positive thing. Yeah, give me your opinion. Yeah, I believe it is essential. So again, keep thinking back to the task, the question. It wants your opinion. So make sure you give your opinion. Task achievement is very, very important. Obviously, that's 25% of the marks. That checks on have you answered the question and have you developed your answer. So just running through task achievement, I think it's a bit of work to do. Cohesion, generally it runs pretty smoothly. I can understand where you're going. I like your... hang on. Yeah, you've got on the other hand, but you need to have on the one hand, if you're going to use that, to balance it correctly. So cohesion. Grammar looks pretty good to me. Yep, really nice. And your vocabulary also looks quite nice. So there's those two things are really good. There's a few things that I think you could probably improve on. And as I suggest, have a look on the course, and I think that could be amazing for you.